Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin and Ethereum morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those charts. So yeah, you can see we're having a little bit of a sell-off here. This is Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Yep, a little bit of a sell-off. As you can see, we have ran into this resistance level around the 38k. So yeah, quite natural that we get a bit of a sell-off here, a bit of resistance here. All that really needs to happen is that we hold this, hold basically about 36k level. It would look perfectly healthy for Bitcoin just to trade sideways in this range for a bit, and then obviously, ideally for the bulls, break above and make our way to 40k, and obviously, well, if you're a bear, hold this level and break below. But that's not we're not crypto bears here, are we? Clearly not. We're not watching crypto hoping for its imminent demise. But yeah, so just a pullback here. It's just a pullback, bro. But yeah, as you guys know, we play these levels, we play these horizontals, these ranges. And yeah, Bitcoin likes to play in these levels. It likes to play basically. And even on the larger time frame, 40-ish to 30k, likes to trade within these horizontal between these horizontals. So yeah, not looking too bad here. The main thing is obviously we've taken out this formation, this basically descending triangle. We have also taken out this 36k resistance. So I mean, we're looking very good. We are looking very good here. We are looking very good for a move to the top of the range. Obviously, that doesn't mean we are gonna break above and then go to 60k straight away. But it does mean that is basically the target before you would expect maybe some more major, taking profits, I would say, rather than as opposed to actual shorting of this market. But yeah, taking profits. Obviously, we know Ethereum is kind of the tail wagging the dog at the moment, and then we have those CME futures on Monday starting, so could get a bit of volatility there. That doesn't obviously indicate direction, but we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, all in all, crypto looking good. I know some of you guys that are probably looking at, like, say 15-minute time frames are probably looking at this and been like, well, just briefly looking at this, you probably think, oh, we've got this trend line, however you want to draw it, and we've broken it now, so it is game over. It's game over. But all it really is potentially a move down to maybe the lower end of this range, or maybe we just get picked up where we are now, or you can see we've got a horizontal level of importance here, which is basically pretty much at the middle of the range. You guys know how I like my ranges, and I like the midpoints of these ranges as well. So roughly speaking, we're not far off the midpoint of the range. So depending where you wanted to draw it, but yeah, I mean, that pretty much looks like the midpoint of these two levels, doesn't it? And that pretty much looks like where we've wicked down to. So hey, we shall see what happens. What it feels I feels awkward looking at these 15-minute these time frames. But anyway, let's go back to a more respectable 4 hour. So yeah, looking pretty good. What we will do actually is we'll have a quick whiz through, see if we've got any TDs that we're running into in higher time frames. I was going to say I don't believe we do, but here we go. We have got one coming on the daily. Obviously this candle is not even halfway through, so we've got to see how this kind of ends. At the moment, obviously, it looks a bit of an indecision candle, reversal candle at resistance. So I mean, that could indicate we could be trading sideways between 36 and, well, we could call it 36 and 38k. We could do that. Obviously we've got the 9 candle, and we know we can get acceleration on the 9. We do talk about that a lot. That acceleration on the 9 could easily get us up to into the 40k's, maybe some wicks above, and then we play out some downside, and then obviously we'll see how far that downside will go. So yeah, just pure speculation there. But yeah, daily 9 incoming. Yeah, nothing on the 2-day. Nothing. I mean, we're not going to get anything on these levels. All we did get was the weakness of these nines. These nines basically. This one here, and obviously the one on the 5-day, the one on the weekly as well. The one on the weekly was pretty much We'd already played out the pullbacks based on the other ones. But yeah, that's just a quick look at those TDs. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this daily one. Like I said, I often expect basically a rally. I often not expect it not necessarily to happen, but I'm obviously always cognizant of the fact we can get acceleration into nines. So I wouldn't necessarily, well, not that I'm looking to short Bitcoin, but if you were looking to short Bitcoin, I wouldn't necessarily short it because we're on an 8 at resistance. I'd wait to see what happens with the 9 candle. But obviously you can see we had a very similar candle here to what it is at the moment, but clearly this candle is a long way from closing, and then we did have a pretty severe pullback off that daily 9. So the daily 9 does have form. As you can see, this is the 8 here. We are price split before we got there, but yeah, roughly was calling roughly the low end of the range, and then that did get us up basically to a 9 towards potentially the top of the range. So ranging between 30 and 40k with the daily 9s helping us out. Is that basically the game plan? We shall have to see. Right, so Ethereum USD, as you can see, Ethereum USD broken out of its triangle, having a little bit of a pullback as well. 4 hour 9 incoming. Yeah, we could potentially test this level about 1600, and then continue upwards, or we could come back and test. We could come back and test the breakout level. We haven't tested that obviously at in any way, shape, or form at the moment. So potential back test to look out for there. Ethereum, Bitcoin as well, very similar, as you can see, breakout level, broke above. Are we coming to back test it and then bounce off? Gonna keep an eye on that. Bitcoin dominance, generally speaking, just grinding its way lower. Obviously we got this major level here to hopefully take out, but yeah, generally speaking, I mean, this is looking it is looking pretty, if I can just show you on a weekly, it is looking pretty bearish. Maybe we get a bounce, maybe we get a head and shoulders, not an inverted head and shoulders, which then literally would give us a projected target down to around the bottom, and that would all really play in nicely to what I would like to see just from an aesthetics point, and obviously the direction I would like. Obviously this is an important level I've had drawn in, so if that basically is pretty much the neckline of a head and shoulders with then a projected target down to the bottom end of this basically descending broadening wedge, then there will be order in markets basically, and it would look really good. I don't even know why I'm really going on about how good it would look, but it would obviously be especially good for our degen altcoin positions if we get basically BTC.D down to around the 50%. But yeah, obviously that does implicate a potential pullback back upwards, so maybe that will coincide with Bitcoin making that pump up above the 40 to maybe 60k level. Maybe that gives us a bit of a pullback, and then obviously consolidate around 60k. This is just pure crystal ball speculation here. It is relatively pointless for the time frames that we trade in, but yeah, could we get a pullback based off that, and Bitcoin pump up to 60k, then consolidate where we actually get absolutely hammered down and alts literally go mental, and then the bull runs over. maybe that could happen. DXY, we'll get off the weekly here. I would note, obviously the weekly 9 there gave us a bounce. Weekly 9 there gave us a bounce. So are we just playing out a bounce off the weekly 9? And as you can see, last time we obviously continued downwards. So keep an eye on that. Obviously we've got that ascending wedge, which we have clearly broken out of at the moment. Yeah, I mean, like I said though, targets here, I call them targets, just basically the leeway that I'm giving the DXY is about low 92s, and then if it starts making progress and holding above there, then I may have to reassess things. But as it stands, that is still basically what I've been talking about for a long time now. I say a long time, it's a long time in trading, isn't it? A long time. Basically from we're putting in these lows saying, look, we could make our way up to low 92s and there's no real dramas here. And in fact, we could potentially expect that to happen, based on how bearish the whole market actually was. Yeah, I mean, stock futures looking really good. I mean, just to be back above this higher level here after this pullback, well, it is pretty incredible. Obviously, this level is clearly now important to trigger full on. Let's ignore this. Let's ignore everything that happened here, and we're just going on onwards and upwards again. So yeah, not a million miles away from price. So we'll have to see how that goes. Back over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the 4-hour. We'll have a look at some of those stochastics. Here we go. So yeah, 4-hour looking like it's pretty toppy. Maybe this 4-hour turning down at this resistance level is kind of what is giving us this pullback, this ease off in the price. 10-hour though, I'm sure is going to be looking fantastic. A bit of a kink in it though, and a potential trend line resistance here. So maybe this will turn back down. But like I said, we have got higher level ones that are all looking great now. I mean, 12-hour looking good, daily looking good, 2-day turned back up, 3-day looking to turn back up. But, well, these ones are obviously, these are the oil tankers, these are the slow moving turning around ones, but you can see they've got kinks in. Obviously this daily's got sort of a kink as well to their potential looking to turn downside, and so obviously the 12-hour, but at the moment it's not doing that. The moment the market is still looking bullish. The overall read from these stochastics, it is bullish basically. Is bullish, but obviously you guys know we love horizontals here. We are at an important horizontal. We've had a nice move up. Do we just consolidate under this? Do we just trade this range out? I mean, you guys know that I will always lean towards that being the case. And then yeah, build another head of steam to potentially take out this level, take out this all-time high. And then make our way towards 60Ks. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys later on today.